Minecraft new update. Is it good? No, it's not, in my opinion. I'm so sorry. I love the tiny takeover. They're really cute and adorable. At the end of the day, it just doesn't have anything to offer. Sure, a few things were craftable that weren't back then. Even then, nothing to offer, nothing good to offer. Other than that, this update has been very bad. And anyways, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and that's pretty much it. I'm kidding, okay? I actually do have a lot of things to say. I do think that this update is a very necessary update. I just don't think it should be one update, right? I think this update should be within a different, like within another update, right? So let's say Minecraft says, hey, I want to add new dungeons, right? It would be awesome if they do, but let's say they add new dungeons in the game, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, why not add this feature also in the game? You know, like something like that. We shouldn't have, you know, and I think this is where Minecraft is heading again, which is unfortunately, like that's the case, but we shouldn't have something like this. We shouldn't have where, you know, an update should be a few tiny changes and that's it, and like call it a day, right? It feels kind of lazy, and it feels kind of, I guess, boring, if that makes sense, and it just doesn't feel right for the viewers or gamers, you know, the people who play Minecraft, right? So it literally doesn't feel right at all. I think with these types of changes, they do need to change the game in a different way, not just adding one update every 6 months or something, and just add two tiny like what changes, and that's it. Oh, a few craftable items. Oh my god, that's awesome. Boom! You know what I'm saying? That's not how, I guess, a livable game works, right? Now, if you look back in 2010, and like, you know, in the 2000s, you know, Minecraft, when it first came out, it was acceptable to have these types of updates, right? And the reason is because, let's be fair, even Ark Survival Evolved, that literally had updates that went crazy, you know what I'm saying? There were a lot of glitches people complained about till this day, right? So Minecraft, I think what's awesome is it doesn't have that much glitches as most people think, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a game just filled with, you know, I guess updates, but in just a less way. That's literally what Minecraft is, right? While other games like Ark Survival Evolved in 2010, when they had giant features, there were a lot of glitches in the game, and people literally hated playing them at sometimes, right? I mean, till this day, people like playing Ark, but even then, you know, people still hate it. Anywho, I just like want to say, you know, when it comes to Minecraft and its updates, I do think that they do need to do a better job getting us bigger updates. And I'm not talking about, you know, once a year, like crazy updates like that. I think that was actually a little too much, but I do think it was necessary because they were slacking off in 2010s, right? Especially later in 2017 when they did the color change update and called it the final update. And then after that, we got surprised with a aquatic update, right? Which was amazing, right? I was like, oh my god, it was aquatics. That was awesome. That looks cool. You know what I'm saying? But even then, you know, after that, it just went back to the same old, like, regime. Yeah, we're going to add this and that and the third. Hell, in 1.9, right, people complained on a lot of things, but it sure hell added a lot of things. It added a new dimension, added, new, you know, an end dimension. You know, it added, like, the Ender Dragon. You know, it just added completely, you know, it literally changed Minecraft as we know it, like a 1.9 update, which was insane. But now the updates feels like it's lackluster, and it feels boring in such a way to the point where people don't want to play it anymore, right? I'm not gonna lie, and I'll admit this, I don't want to play Minecraft at times anymore. Sometimes when you do play Minecraft, right? Sure, it's an awesome game. Sure, it has a lot of, you know, crazy stuff. You can make amazing things, but it just doesn't have a lot to offer, if this makes sense, right? It doesn't have the adventures that Hytales has. It doesn't have, you know, the fights that, you know, God of War has or something like that. I'm not saying be like that. What I'm saying is it just doesn't have, you know, I guess a hard mode. It just doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't have that adventure mode where people could rely and say, hey, this is really fun, right? And here's the thing. Nowadays, most adults play Minecraft. Sure, kids play Minecraft, right? But even then, like, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Most kids now play Fortnite, right? 90% of the adults play Minecraft. And because we're changing, I think Minecraft should try to somewhat even appeal for the adults. We shouldn't, like, even as adults, we shouldn't spend money to, you know, get more features in the game. Like, I've seen people spend 20, 40 bucks just to add a few tiny features in the game, and we call it good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Minecraft could do better with its updates, but I do think in some ways or form, you know, like, they shouldn't really rely on these crazy add-ons and crazy things. And I'm going all over the place in this video, but crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Crazy amount of stuff just to appeal for the audiences. Even, you know, for kids, right? Like, I have a little brother, right, who plays this game, right? And when he plays this game, you know, it's boring for him because it doesn't have a lot to offer. But if he plays games like Ark, even though it has a lot of glitches, it has more things to offer. It has dinosaurs and more dinosaurs, and you want even more dinosaurs, Ark got it for you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things other games has to offer and Minecraft doesn't, because it feels like Minecraft is going in a downhill trend and it just feels boring. I think it feels so boring to the point where it's just not going to be alive within the next 10 years if it just keeps it up, right? And we're not in that days where, you know, Minecraft's community is going to handle, you know, one or two items. Like, let's be honest here. We're not in those days anymore, right? We're in those days where people would really need these updates. At this point, it's not like a want. Like, oh, we want an end update. No, we kind of need it because, you know, we have other biomes that have even more features in the end. Let's just at least, you know what I'm saying? Or like, hey, we might need a jungles update. Actually, no, but you know what I'm saying? Like a birch update or a desert update or something. We might need something to at least change Minecraft, and in a way where, you know, Caves and Cliffs did, right? Except Caves and Cliffs, like, literally changed the entire game completely. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, it needs to have updates that is not only consistent, but it has features that is, like, willing to offer the player even more stuff, right? Now, for an example, they could add plants. Let's say they have deserts, right? They could add different types of desert plants and different types, a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously, they did this, right? But at the end of the day, it's not that much. It really does feel empty. If you look at like birch forest or stuff like that, or even the brand new white forest, I keep forgetting what it's called, it doesn't have that much. Yeah, sure, maybe in that white forest, you got a tree monster. What is a tree monster supposed to do? Boo, I'm a tree monster, I'm gonna hunt you. You know, that's not how Minecraft, you know, is supposed to carry out its legacy. Oh, it's just 1, 2 tree monsters and that's it. No, Minecraft, I do feel like it does deserve a little bit more, and it does deserve to have, you know, just an update to the point where it can just, I guess, feel alive. And I do think this is why Hytales is definitely gonna take over a lot of aspects. Minecraft will not. Like, if it does come out on PS5 or even PC somewhere, I know it's on Steam, but even if it just comes on other platforms or something like that, right? Obviously, you know, that's probably going to be game-changing because people's going to want to play Hytales. People want to go out and venture, want to go out and do all these other things. But also, in actuality, I get Minecraft has a different vibe where, despite it not have a lot of stuff, you could make a lot of stuff. The thing is, without the stuff that Minecraft adds, we can't make as much stuff. Like, what I'm saying is, we are limited to what our imagination are willing to go, if that makes sense. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say I give you 2 colors, black and white, right? And I say, draw something with black and white. You can draw an infinite amount of things with just black and white, right? Just because, you know, that's the only 2 options there is. But at the same time, if I give you even more options, you know, you could do even more things, right? Like, hey, draw with yellow as well. You could draw something with black and white and yellow, and you're going to have a crazy amount of details with infinite amount of possibilities because, you know, with these 3 colors, right? And the more features I give you, the more you could build on the game. And Minecraft doesn't have that at the current moment. It literally just has, yeah, we give you all the colors and all the amazing things that we offer. In actuality, we're just going to give you like nothing because we give you all the colors and all of these amazing features, and now we're just going to give you tiny updates because why not? And that's what it feels like at this current moment, right? And I get it. They're probably waiting maybe, let's say, the 20th year of Minecraft or something like that. I think that's in 2019 or something like that. I don't remember when Minecraft came out, but even then, or 2029, sorry. But even then, I do think that Minecraft needs an update, and it needs current updates and not just fast updates to just put on the players. I'm talking about current updates that literally changes the game in some way or form within a biome, within a dimension or something. Just something that it can keep on the players going until they have a next major release. And it feels like they're not going to do that until 3 more years or something. Why? Because 20th anniversary. Let's add something to it. But I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm just rambling about Minecraft. Other than that, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.